Welcome to Walking Live. I'm your host, OG Chris Murray. You know what time it is, man. It's time to provide y'all with those week 2 golden picks in the DML. Now, I lost my bet to Ralph O'Matic in the week 1. This week, I'm joined with JB, the owner of the Seattle Seahawks. What's going on, JB?
What's happening with you, Chris?
Alright, man, so you already know what time it is, man. It's a new twist to the show. My co-host has to go pick for pick with me in order to win $10. I'm 0-1 right now, so I'm looking to lock in these picks. You ready to go neck and neck with these picks?
For sure. You already know what time it is.
Alright, let's dive right into it. First up, we got Eddie in the Houston Texans versus Richie in the New York Giants. Deshaun Watson, man, that week one, last week performance was horrible, man. He threw four interceptions, and I think this is the matchup that he can figure out how to shake that bad performance. Now, the word just came down from the commission team that Richie was caught with a violation, and he has to sit his starting quarterback and his starting running back. Now, the benefit from him is he has two superstar X-Factor running backs, okay? And they're facing a defense who gave up a total of 175 yards on the ground. So I think that this tips in his favor just a little bit, but it's going to hurt him without him having both of those dual threat running backs. What's your thoughts on this game, man? Who you going with?
So in this game, I'm gonna have, even though I just finished playing the Giants, he has the nice rushing attack. He knows how to use that playbook and use all three of his running backs. Is what people don't know about. But oops, if I said a little secret or something. But but I'm gonna have to go with the Texans just because of that, since they newly acquired Marquise Blair from me that we did in a trade in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
He comes in, he will cause some fumbles, so he will come in laying that hat that people probably won't be ready for with this a new addition to that defense. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Texans in that one because who's gonna stop what's his name? Wheaton?
Mm-hmm.
He's a monster. Nobody gonna be able to stop that once he gets going.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one too, man. I'm going to go with the Texans, man, on this one. Just off the fact that Richie got to sit his starting quarterback and he's got to sit one of those superstar X-Factor running backs. And like you just mentioned, Denard Wheaton did not get not one single sack in that week 1 game against Tyreek and those Miami Dolphins. So I know he's going to enter this matchup with a chip on his shoulder looking to cause nothing but havoc in that backfield, sacking the quarterback, creating those extra lanes for the linebackers to get in. So I gotta go with you with the Houston Texans on this one too. So we locked in with Eddie and the Texans getting a W going into week 3. Moving on, we got Solomon Kane and the Tennessee Titans versus Expert and the Dallas Cowboys. Solomon Kane had a good win last week, but he got to figure out how to carry that momentum into this matchup. This right here is going to be a scary matchup for the Titans. You got Expert, who's coming off of a loss to Marizi last week. Only thing I have to say to this one's right here is that this is the game that Expert wanted to get things going back into the right direction. Dak Prescott is going to have to play better because those 7 interceptions that he threw last week is not going to cut it. But I'm not going to waste no time on this pick. I got Expert getting a W, going into week 3, winning by a large margin. What's your thoughts on this game and who you going with?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Expert on this one. Mr. User linebacker himself. But I'm about to go with the Expert on this one.
All right, so we both locked in with the Cowboys getting a W. Moving on, we got Marizi and the New Orleans Saints versus Taz and the Cincinnati Bengals. Marizi defense balled out last week, man. They managed to cause 8 turnovers. All right, Marizi's going to have to lean on that defense to secure the W this week because he got hit with a violation also. I don't know what's going on with dudes, man. Like, I guess they got to refresh up on those rules, but High State only
there
a
should be
season
some
away.
vets around here. There should be some vets around this joint.
Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy how dudes getting hit with violations left and right. But Marizi got to sit his starting running back and his starting quarterback. I think he should lean on his defense. However, Taz, they're facing a team who will be without a starting quarterback and running back. You got to attack. Okay? Both of his quarterbacks threw multiple interceptions last week. You got to figure out how to create pressure and make this guy put him in crucial situations. All right? You have to perform better. Got to make him one-dimensional. And Taz, like me playing you last week, I seen that you were struggling in the red zone. Your team got to perform better in the red zone, man. You can't go, I want to say we're 1 for 4 in the red zone, I believe, only scoring a field goal. So you got to put up those points when you got them long drives and you're in scoring position. However, man, this is a game, even though I want to take the Bengals in this matchup because I feel like everything is tipping in his favor. I just think that the way that the Saints defense played last week, man, I gotta lock them in this week with the W. So my pick, I'm taking the Saints. What's your thoughts on this matchup and who you going with?
We're here. I'm gonna have to go with the good old Taz, man, because he knows how to work the defense, and he got the QB balling. Usually, the first week you gotta get the cobwebs out after a long leg over, especially if he ain't make the playoffs. So it's a long leg over, so he's just had to get those cobwebs out week one. So I'm gonna have to go with the Bengals on this one.
All right, moving on, we got Westside Pablo and the Philadelphia Eagles versus under 2 rated and Washington Redskins. Even though running back Geis managed to rush for over 150 yards, man, the Redskins still fell short in the week 1 matchup against SJ and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Defense got to play better, man. You can't be on the field for 20 plus minutes and think that you're going to pull out a victory. That's just not going to happen. So under 2 rated in the defense this week is going to have to get off the field on 3rd down, flat out. All right. West side, you're facing the defense who allowed the ball to be moved up and down the field. Come out with a balanced attack. All right, running the rock and then picking the right time to pass the ball. Do not force it, okay? Because he does have some hitters back there that can cause some fumbles and INTs. This game right here, man, I want to go with the Redskins with the bounce back victory, but I just don't think that he can get over that hump in a short period of time. So with my pick, I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles, getting a W on the road. What's your thoughts on this matchup? Who you going with?
On this one here, both of these users are heckle and jive. You never know what you're gonna get with either one of them when you come to play or when they play. And then with this being a division matchup, this one here, I would go with Westside, but on this one here, I just might have to go with underrated. I'm gonna have to go with him on this one here.
Okay, all right. So we in opposite directions right here. Okay. Moving on, we got your Seattle Seahawks versus Night of Time and the 49ers. Now, I'm gonna get right into it, man. You got Clowney, you got Chester. Them dudes need to be smiling from ear to ear in this matchup, because I'm pretty sure if you watched this game last week, you seen that the 49ers offensive line gave up a total of 11 sacks. 11 sacks.
Ooh.
11 of them things. Your guys should be ready to eat, man. And like I mentioned last week on this show, I told y'all, Josh Rosen has so many weapons, but he needs to take care of the ball. But I can see when you're running for dear life back there, when your O-line is just not protecting you at all, you're going to force some balls. Rosen has to figure out how to be patient, man. Sometimes it's better off just to take the sack instead of trying to force that ball into tight windows. However, it's going to be a crazy matchup, man. I know it's going to be a crazy matchup because the Seahawks got what it takes on that front four to control this game. But my gut is telling me to take the San Francisco 49ers, so I'm going to take the 49ers in this one. What's your thoughts on this matchup, man? Who you going with?
You already know. I'm riding. We riding with green and blue. We riding with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I'm riding with.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just myself. I'm just like Westside Pablo and underrated. I'm heckling John myself. I got to make sure. I got to get to it. I got to take care of the ball and just bring it to him. I know what he got. We play all year long, so I know what he wants to do. I just got to put my defense in a position to make those plays and to make that quarterback run for his life.
Okay. So we got two teams in two different directions. Let's get it. Moving on, we got Marlowe and the Carolina Panthers versus my Pittsburgh Steelers. This game right here, man, meant to come out, like I said, low turnovers. It just come with a balanced attack, running the ball and picking my timing to pass the ball, sprinkling a little bit of trick plays, whatever it takes to get the W. And I need my defense to come out and cause turnovers. We love feeding off of a fumble caused by Edmonds or a fumble caused by Bush. It just electrifies the team. However, I like what the Panthers did last week, and I preached it all show last week, saying that I don't know what this guy's going to do on offense, but somehow he managed to put it together against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and got him a W. I can't sleep on this team. I got to come out focused. Don't fall victim to the trap. Like I mentioned before, don't create any turnovers as far as on my side of the ball on offense, and just come out with a very balanced attack. Never going against myself. I like what I see from my team last week. The offense was balling. The run game was popping. Bush, Edmonds was out there hitting people. Khalil Mack was getting sacks. I'm taking my Pittsburgh Steelers, getting a W going into week 3. What's your thoughts on this matchup and who you going with?
Ooh, so in this one here, It all depends on which Chris Murray comes out and play. So it's all going to depend on that. But if your defense comes out and play and ball and brings the heat, and you stick to what you know, but get back to what you start doing, which is running the ball, you'll be able to. It'll be a nice one. It might end up being a shootout. But knowing him not necessarily having a QB, you might just have a feast fest. You might mess around and put up about 40 points on him. He might mess around and just put up 20-something. So it's going to be somewhere in the 40s to 20s. I'm going to go with you on this one.
All right, we locked in. Moving on, we got Embro and the Green Bay Packers versus Omatic and the Minnesota Vikings. This game right here, man, is going to come down to, can Embro cover the DML Sportsbook line, which is sitting at 16 points? I'm going to say yeah, because every time he plays against this Minnesota team, he managed to win by a large margin. However, the Vikings coming off of a tough loss last week. Okay, you got to protect your quarterback. And like Omatic said on the show last week, he got to take care of the ball. This is the team that you're going up against this week, who knows how to create pressure, the defensive front four and those linebackers, and he knows how to create INTs, whether it's usering and controlling the middle of the field with Savage, or you got Alexander out there putting Alexander Island putting whatever top receiver that he's guarding on lock. I just don't see the Vikings putting up a fight in this one, man. So I'm taking Embro and the Packers getting a W, covering the line of minus 16 points. Going over that, covering the line, going into week 3. What's your thoughts for this game and who you going with?
So this one, I'm going with Embro. just what he brings to the table. You know what he's gonna bring in 9 in and 9 out. Okay. So I'm going with him, especially with that defense. He ain't gonna be able to stop that quarterback that he got there. And if you stop that, you know he can run the ball. Just pick your poison with him.
Well-balanced team. Moving on, we got Tyreek and Miami Dolphins versus Skill Trade and Buffalo Bills. This is another game, man, where Tyreek team is just going to reap the reward of causing turnovers, okay? They shut down Deshaun Watson last week, causing 4 interceptions. This week, they're going up against a quarterback who threw 6 interceptions in their week 1 game. The Vegas line right now in the DML Sportsbook is, can the Miami Dolphins catch over 4.5 INTs? I'm taking the over on that. I got the Dolphins defense causing a lot of turnovers, scoring more points than the Buffalo Bills. The defense will score more points than the Buffalo Bills offense, shutting them down, getting a W, going into week 3. What's your thoughts on this game and who you going with?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with the Dolphins on this one, because he when I was watching him when he was playing my team, he has a lot of tricks up his sleeve that he likes to do. But I don't know if he'll pull it out versus the Bills. But I'm just gonna give it to the Dolphins, plain and simple.
All right, moving on, we got the big homie and the Indianapolis Colts versus Andy and those Las Vegas Raiders. This right here is an easy W for the Raiders, man. They balled out. The offense was clicking on all cylinders last week in a tough matchup with the Kansas City Chiefs. However, he got to cut those turnovers down a little bit. All right, I don't like when a quarterback, even though the quarterback had 3 touchdowns, I don't like when a quarterback is throwing over 3 interceptions, because sometimes when you're going up against those top tier users, they can come back to bite you and get behind in the crucial moments in the game. But in this matchup, he's going up against a bottom tier user. I don't care if he throw 10 interceptions. I'm taking the Raiders getting the W going into week 3. What's your thoughts on this game? Who you going with?
Yeah, I'm going with the Raiders on this one here. No, there's no surprise. But if Jermaine or Big Homie does figure it out and he does do it against the Raiders, I'll be surprised. But right now, I'm going to go with the Raiders.
All right, moving on, we got C-Rob and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Bucs and the Chicago Bears. This is the matchup, okay, that tips in your favor, that just fits the Bucs playing style. You're going up against a user who gave up a total of 6.5 yards per carry to a running back last week. All right, Cam Truman should eat very well in this game. That's the Bucs. I got his name right this week. Okay, he had a poor performance last week, but this is the matchup where he should have an outbreak game. However, C-Rob, we took an L to a 69 rated quarterback with no weapons to throw the ball to. Okay, your defense should not get a water break. You don't need a Gatorade break. These guys need to be in the film room and on the practice field 24 hours out of the day. Okay, And they need to be locked in mentally. Because when you take a loss to an offense that has no weapons besides one, which was White Lightning Christian McCaffrey, and the way that this this Chicago Bears team is playing right now, y'all need to be locked in mentally, and y'all better hope and pray that y'all can shake that loss. Because y'all going to Chi-Town, where it's just something in that water. Something in that water on the visiting team sideline, man, that just causes them to buckle up and just break down. So I think and I know it very well that the Bears is going to lock in a W this week, and that's who I'm going with my pick. Getting the W going into week 3. What's your thoughts on this game? Who you going with?
This one here, if I'm going to go with the bus, because you know what bus going to do. You just got to stop it. Because I don't know which C-Rob's going to show up. That's always the thing. You never know which C-Rob's going to show up. If the C-Rob that we all knows how to play, then he will beat him. But who knows what he's going to bring. So I'm just going to go with the bus on this one.
All right, so we locked in. Moving on, we got the scheme in the New York Jets versus SJ and the Jaguars. This is the week where all of those X factors on SJ defensive side of the ball needs to play together, because you got a user who has a lot of offensive weapons on the offensive side of the ball, okay? He can run the ball well, and he knows how to pass the ball well. So I'm looking to see at home, can SJ defense, because they balled out last week, okay? But the numbers wasn't too much of that impressing. However, I'm trying to figure out this team can feed off that home crowd energy and put it together and give us one of those breakout performances. The scheme, you already know you're going to have to stop the inside zone running attack if you manage to make this a game, okay? Your wide receivers are going to have to create space with this high-powered X-Factor secondary that SJ has. All right, if you can figure out how to put them two things together, this can be a game. However, I think the SJ team just outweighs the New York Jets team. So with my pick, I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars, getting a W, keeping that momentum high, going into week 3. What's your thoughts on this game? Who you going with?
So this one here, I'm gonna have to go with my kinfolk SJ on this one. For the simple fact that, yes, he knows how to run the ball, but he has a new toy back there with that new rookie quarterback that he's got. So who knows? He might pick the Jets and start airing it out, since they don't have Jamal Adams back there having to worry about fumbling. So he might just air it out on the schema.
Okay, so we locked in with SJ getting a W. Moving on, we got Nasty Noop and Atlanta Falcons versus being known as Detroit Lions. Nasty Noop, man, got a W last week. His D-line was able to come alive and racked up 4 sacks. They're going to have to figure out how to carry that momentum and continue to cause pressure to help contain wide receiver Curtis Samuel. On the Detroit side, y'all going to have to figure out on the offensive side of the ball how to get production out of more guys than just Curtis Samuel. Callaway, you're going to have one-on-one matchup opportunities. You need to figure out how to win those matchups, okay? Because when you got a guy like Curtis Samuel who's being double-teamed throughout the whole game, you got to win those one-on-one matchups, all right? This is going to be a good game, but I think that the momentum of that Nasty Noop Atlanta Falcons pass rush is going to die down this week. And I'm going with my gut on this. I'm taking the Lions, getting the W, going into week 3. What's your thoughts on this matchup? Who you going with?
This one here, I'm going to have to go with the Falcons on this one. Because I think he's going to get that defense going together. And then, like I said, he has that rookie that he's been developing from last year. He's going to pretty much shut down Samuel. And then he's going to have to force the Lions to use the other weapons that he doesn't have or not sure how to use. So we're going to go with the Falcons on this one.
All right. So y'all just got all the golden picks. Now let's dive into the DML game of the week. We got KP and the Kansas City Chiefs versus Bruce and the Cleveland Browns. This game right here is going to be good, okay? The Chiefs, you're coming off of a week 1 loss, all right? Too many turnovers and too many sacks. The O-line, y'all going up against Myles Garrett this week. Y'all gave up 5 sacks to a mediocre defensive front 4. This week, y'all got Miles Jack, and y'all going to have to protect Patrick Mahomes better. Patrick Mahomes, you are the leader of this offense. You cannot throw 4 interceptions and think that your team is going to be in the best position to win the game, best position at the end of the game to be right there neck and neck to win it. Okay? John Ross, Tyreek Hill. listen to me. The Browns traded away Greedy Williams, so that other side of the field does no longer have a superstar X Factor cornerback over there. So y'all got to win. Whoever Denzel Ward is covering, the other guy has to get off. Okay? Defense. Stack the box. Y'all going up against a backup quarterback because Bruce starting quarterback is still out for 6 more weeks. Stack the box. Take away the run game. Make this team one-dimensional in order for y'all to think that y'all going to win this game. However, Bruce, the Browns managed to put it together last week against HBO. It started looking ugly in the beginning of the game, but he managed the shape, adjust, and he managed to get the W. However, you're going to have to lean on that creative playbook to continue to make big plays with your starting quarterback being out. Myles Garrett is going to have to be the force that controls the game on the defense side of the ball. You're going up against an O-line who struggle to protect their quarterback. You got to play like a man on a mission. Marquise Brown, Campbell, Shard, y'all should be able to get y'all stuff off because I don't see that Kansas City Chiefs defense with an actual real threat number 1 cornerback. Okay, that can sit there and lock up a wide receiver in the DML. So y'all guys should be able to come into this game, feed off this home crowd energy, and should be able to get off. I like this game. I like this matchup. I like what both users bring to the playing field. However, with my pick, I gotta go with my division mate, Bruce and the Browns getting a W, just off of the fact that I don't think that the way this Kansas City Chiefs O-line is playing right now, that they can protect Patrick Mahomes long enough to get off those deep passing routes to secure this W. So I'm going with the Browns getting a W going into week 3. What's your thoughts on this one?
Who'd you say quarterback was out again?
The Browns. Bruce starting quarterback is still sidelined for 6 more weeks.
Ooh, so so that means the Bruce gonna be dependent on his defense to put in a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
So. You know what? I'm gonna go with KP. I'm gonna go against the grain on this one because I know how the defense is. But I know KP likes to put pressure on a lot of defense, and him knowing that the X Factor cornerback is not there, he's gonna put a lot of pressure on that defense. And he's gonna force Bruce to play outside his game. He's gonna try to make him go with that, especially with him not having a quarterback. So I'm gonna go with KP.
All right, so y'all got all the golden picks. We just broke in the DML Week 2 game of the week. Drop a comment. Let us know, man, what you think is the lock picks this week and what y'all input is on the game of the week. I'm your host, OG Chris Murray, man. I appreciate you jumping on the show with JB. We out.